Hello friends, myself Professor Hemant Deshmukh here from Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nasik. Today we will discuss on phytoplasma and spiroplasma. Now, introduction of phytoplasma. Phytoplasma, it is also called as a amylose. That is, amylose means mycoplasma-like organisms. And these are the specialized bacteria found in phloem and phloem parenchyma of diseased plant and assumed to be cause the disease. They cannot yet be grown on artificial nutrient media and now called as a phytoplasma. And these phytoplasma or amylose are discovered by the scientist Doi et al. In 1967. Now let us see the definition of phytoplasma or amylose. And these are the prokaryotic organism, unicellular, ultramicroscopic, non-motile, gram-negative, pleomorphic, wall-less, self-replicating and pass through the filters sensitive to tetracycline transmission by leaf hopper and found in a sieve elements. Reproduce by budding and binary transfusion of the cell. They lack of the cell wall, hence they are called as a pleomorphic in nature. They are filterable organisms containing both DNA and RNA. Phytoplasma contains a major antigenic protein that make up the majority of their cell surface protein. They are resistant to antibiotics like penicillin, cephalosporin and vancomycin, and they are susceptible to tetracycline. Now, important characteristics of phytoplasma. The first important characteristics, the size of phytoplasma is vary from 100 nanometer to 1 micrometer. Second one, the phytoplasma are wall-less, covered by tri-laminar unit membrane with lipoprotein. Third one, the cells are pleomorphic. They are aerobic to facultative anaerobic or anaerobes. They found intracellularly in phloem vessels of plants. Next characteristics, the phytoplasma genome is made up of double standard circular DNA and they are osmotically stable and they are self-replicable by transfer binary fission. They are obligate parasite and non-flagellated non-spore former and they are gram-negative in nature. These phytoplasma are resistant to penicillin but they are sensitive to tetracycline. They are transmitted by leaf hopper and grafting. They can be controlled by the cross protection. They require the sterols for its growth and they can be controlled by thermotherapy by growing the plants at 37 to 40 degrees Celsius temperature. For example, mulberry dorp disease. Now, symptoms produced by phytoplasma. The various symptoms are produced by phytoplasma and these symptoms are yellows, Y-E-L-L-O-W-S, yellows means yellowing and stunting. Then little leaf and variceance means greening of the flowers. Then phyllody means flowers turn into green leafy structure. It is called as a phyllody. Then witch's broom means broom-like growth or mass proliferation caused by the mass clustering of the branches. It is called as a witch's broom. And bronzing of the leaves means bronzing of the leaves, witch's broom, phyllody, little leaf and yellows. These are the different symptoms produced by the phytoplasma. Now, disease caused by phytoplasma and its transmission vector. For example, citrus greening, which is having the vector phyllites. Then grassy shoot of sugarcane, the vector is aphid. Sesamum phylloide, leafhopper, little leaf of brinjal, jacids, and lethal yellowing of coconut is transmitted through the insect vector, leafhopper or plant vector, hopper and dodder. Now, the next organism, that is Spiroplasma. First introduction of this Spiroplasma. Let us see the definition. And this Spiroplasma, these are the helical prokaryotes lacking rigid cell wall but can be cultured and bounded by unit membrane with RNA granules and DNA strands in nucleic region. The shape of Spiroplasma is spherical to slightly ovoid to helical and branched non-helical structure. And this Spiroplasma is discovered by the scientists Robert F. and Davis et al. In 1972. And these are also wall-less organisms present in the phloem of the diseased plant. Unit membrane are 8 to 10 micrometer in thickness with RNA granules and DNA strands in the nucleic region. The helical filaments forms are motile and shows two types of motility. And this motion or motility are, first one, that is a rapid rotary or screw type motion, and second motion, it is a slow undulation motion. Now, important characteristics of this organism. First one, they grow and forms the colonies on solid medium and exhibit a typical fried eggs appearance. The colonies produce a marked turbidity. Means fried eggs colonies are produced by this Spiroplasma. They are chemoorganotrophs. Cholesterol or possibly other sterols are required for their growth, and they are facultative anaerobes, and they are reproduced by fission, that is, they are also gram positive in nature. Next characteristic, they are helical in liquid media. Its size varies from 100 to 240 nanometer in diameter. They can be grown on culture media in laboratory medium. They are non-flagellated and they are resistant to penicillin, but they are sensitive to tetracycline. Now, let us see the different symptoms produced by the Spiroplasma. The yellowish streaks on leaves, and leaves are smaller, often mottled or chlorotic. This is the first symptoms. Then, plants remain stunted due to the short internodes. Bunchy upright growth of twigs and branches and tassels are usually sterile one. Now, different diseases caused by the Spiroplasma, and these are the different examples of diseases caused by Spiroplasma are citrus stubborn, corn stunt, yellow dwarf of rice, and pears decline. Now, disease management of Phytoplasma and Spiroplasma, and there are various management practices are recommended for management of the Phytoplasma as well as Spiroplasma. And the first practice, that is clean cultivation, remove and burn or burning of disease affected plant parts and destroy the weeds and alternate host. Then second one, that is the eradication of the diseased plant result in reduction in the inoculation or inoculum. Then third one, that is the seed selection. The seed sets or root stalks and science should be selected from the healthy plant to avoid the infection of Phytoplasma and Spiroplasma. Then fourth one, hot water treatment. The seed sets should be kept in a hot water at 50 degrees Celsius for 2 hours prior to the sowing. Then fifth one, treatment with growth regulator like carnitine results in amylose degeneration and plant get recovered. Then sixth, use of different resistance varieties. Then next one, that is injecting the trees with solution of tetracycline antibiotics at spraying of tetracycline antibiotics at the rate of 500 ppm at regular interval can manage the Phytoplasma and Spiroplasma diseases. And the Phytoplasma as well as Spiroplasma is transmitted through the different insect vector. So control the insect vector with any insecticide is also one of the management practice for managing the Phytoplasma and Spiroplasma diseases. Thank you very much for watching the video.